Welcome to Trap Docs. In this segment, we will discuss the passing of Quando Rondo's cousin, Xavier Robinson, also known as Lil Pab, and the current federal charges Lil Durk and his 5 O.T.F. co-defendants are facing. In the early evening of August 22, 2022, Quando Rondo and his entourage were in Los Angeles, California, and stopped to get gas near the Beverly Hills Center. Lil Pab was pumping gas when 3 men jumped out of a white vehicle and began firing. Lil Pab was hit multiple times and sustained injuries to his torso. Quando Rondo was present during the time of the shooting but did not sustain any injuries. It was believed that the hit was initially intended for him. Photos were taken as Rondo was seen yelling in disbelief. Pab was immediately taken to the hospital where he passed from his injuries. For 2 years the hit was deemed a mystery as to who was behind this plot to assassinate Quando Rondo and his cousin Lil Pab. He was set to appear in court a week later to plead guilty on burglary and theft charges. On October 24, 2024, Lil Durk and 5 members of his crew were indicted on multiple charges in connection with the murder of Lil Pab back in 2022, the 5 O.T.F. Members were charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire and use of a machine gun leading to death. Meanwhile, Lil Durk was hit with murder for hire as prosecutors alleged that he hired 5 men and used his credit card to purchase flights, weapons, and ski masks. According to reports, Durk was picked up at Miami airport as he was attempting to flee the country. He booked 3 international flights to Italy, Dubai, and Switzerland. Traffic cameras captured a white BMW and a white Infiniti following Quando Rondo's black Escalade for 2 days as they traveled to a dispensary and a clothing store. Prosecutors also claimed that promises were made to anyone who would murder Quando Rondo. There are also claims of a snitch within Durk's crew who wore a wire, which ultimately led to the indictment. Durk was handed the keys to the city by the mayor of Chicago just days prior to his arrest. Almost an hour after the shooting, surveillance video captured the 5 men at an In-N-Out fast food restaurant. They then drove to San Diego, where they would catch a flight back to Chicago, using the same credit cards used to purchase weapons. The 5 hired men are identified as David Brian Lindsay, also known as Brown Eyes, Caven London Grant, also known as Vonnie, Keith Jones, also known as Flocka, Asa Houston, also known as Boogie, and DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, also known as Dee Dee. This is allegedly payback for the murder of King Von back in Atlanta of 2020. Rondo claimed he was asleep when King Von and his crew attacked him at the Monaco Lounge. It seems like Durk was on a path of change. He got rid of friends within his label and cleaned up his image. His last concert he paid tribute to many individuals who lost their life to the streets, including his fallen enemies. The defendants are currently awaiting trial in California and are facing life. Durk plans to plead not guilty and all are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with more Trap Docs and the latest from the O.T.F. indictment.